Hey guys, Metal Viking 82 here, back with a new Viking Orations. Got another review for you today. This time around, I'm talking about the debut demo from the band Putrescine, entitled Putrescent Utterance. And honestly, I could not, no matter where I looked, whether on their Bandcamp or, other places, could not really find too much information about this band. Even the Metal Archives does not have much information on this band. All I know is that they were a death metal band based out of Berlin, Germany. No idea who's in this band, but as I said, this is their debut demo. It's 4 tracks, clocks in just over 15 and a half minutes in length. And this is just an absolutely killer demo. It starts with this really creepy spoken word passage that sounds like a monk's kind of like ritualistic chant, but it's processed so it's, deeper, more ominous sounding, and very booming in sound. And then at about the minute and 33 mark, kicks things into full gear with blast beats, these really heavy guitar riffs and death growls. Overall, the guitar sound on here is really dirty and very gritty sounding, with some mid to fast paced riffs and some kind of heavier chugged chords here and there. Some riffs get to almost the kind of tremolo picked speed at times, and they have a bit of a Mortician vibe when they do that. Good example of what I'm talking about, just look at the song by Mortician, Necro Cannibal, at about the 34-second to 43-second mark, that little guitar riff in there. That's pretty much how they get on this release. The bass, though, is a little buried in the mix, despite being able to really pick up the kind of string twang a little bit. It doesn't really stand out too much in the mix. It kind of tends to be buried and kind of work in tandem with the guitars. There's some really solid drum work, but they have that kind of demo-ish sound and production to them. There's still some really good blast beats on here and really good double bass work. I like the kick sound they got during the blast sections especially. They don't seem to have too much of an oomph and sometimes get a little bit buried, but still overall I thought they were really solid. The vocals on here are just absolutely sick. They're deep growls with these more kind of cavernous screams, especially at the end of track 3 on here. The vocals actually kind of remind me of Will Romer of Mortician. So again, going back to Mortician influence here, especially during his tenure when he was in Incantation. That's kind of the vibe I got from the vocals. Going back to track 3, Deteriorated Mass, it has this really evil sounding guitar riff at about the 144 mark that I really liked. Track 4, Bizarre Entity, I love that bass intro. It has this kind of fuzzy tone to it. Again, maybe a little bit of a Mortician influence to that sound, and that's really about the only time you really get a chance to hear what the bass really sounds like, as it tends to be kind of, as I said, buried in the mix. And then it has a really cool guitar solo at about the 216 mark with some especially nasty sounding vocals right after it. Overall, I think this is just a solid demo of heavy, gritty death metal with some sick vocals, great guitar work, and the Mortician aspects that I personally noticed in the sound are a nice bonus because I'm a huge fan of Mortician. I do wish the bass was a little more audible and that the drum had maybe a little more oomph in the blast, but overall this is a very enjoyable demo. Definitely a band to keep your eye on, though. I really wish I could have found more information about them, about who's in this band and everything. But this is a solid release. I definitely recommend checking it out. It gets a 9 out of 10 from me. I will leave a link down below so you can check this out for yourself. I was wanting to get a tape copy of this, but the band camp is sold out, and I have yet to find a copy anywhere else, so I'm hoping down the line I can actually track one down. But that is going to do it. Thank you so much for watching and subscribing, and until next time, stay brutal.